Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another week of Manchester United drama and paper talk. How do you feel to be a Manchester United supporter, especially after witnessing the drama regarding Liverpool and Manchester City and Arsenal? This is a massive battle of top four, actually, top one spot, but also we saw Spurs smacking up Aston Villa with 4-0. And that is the big question we got to ask as United fans. How do you feel? Is it doom and gloom, or do you actually feel depressed? Do you feel that there is a glimmer of hope? In today's show, what we're going to talk about 10 is the number of games in the Premier League left to play, people. 10 is the name of the Manchester United managers. 10 is also the name of Marcus Rashford's shirt. But you add that together, people, that's 30. 30 points to play left in the Premier League. But also, is it like this, people? Is it like we feel that we are delusional? Do you think that we're going to catch, the fifth or the fourth? We're going to talk about that in this show today. But we're also going to talk about, if we talk about numbers, we're going to talk about number seven. Everyone knows the number seven is the lucky number out there. So seven is the number of Mason Mount's shirt. Seven is also the number of times that Mason Mount played under United this season. What the hell is going on with Mason Mount? You know, is he going to be our lucky number seven, or does Ineos going to ship him off in the summer? We're going to talk about it because I have an exclusive report that I do want to share with you also. But we're also going to talk about further down who is the Manchester United's mystery centre back that we are putting a bid for. Stick around for that one, people. But also, we're going to talk about the injury updates, and hopefully, I will get Mark Nurse to come in here as well. So, before we continue, guys, you know what to do: like and subscribe. Deluded before. How do you feel? You know, is it really bad? Is it like this? Do you feel like we are clutching our straws here? Big up Jarle Malmin, Neves for 100 million. That's a lot of money in the midfield. We need new players. Yeah, well, that was one of the story, Jarle, that came out today. 100 millions. You know what? Benfica is not mugs. You know what I mean? There's Rui Costa there. They are so brilliant of bringing those talents. Like, that's what they do. They have a brilliant scouting network in the South American market. They're bringing those cheap players for 7 million. We saw them that actually picked up Alvaro Fernandez, and for some reason they changed his name for Fernandez to Cucurella or Curacha or something like that, which didn't really make sense. And then you see them, they sell them for 100 million, over long in the past quarter, like they've generated like almost quarter of a billion in sales just for the players. And we saw them actually in the Europa League. They were absolutely crap, into my opinion, as well. So yeah, big up to you as well, Danny B. How you doing? Big up, big up, big up. Where are everyone? Are you having lunch? What's going on? Neil Driscoll, what you saying? Sorry, no chance top four. I think we finished six. We're going to talk about that too, Neil Driscoll. There's a method to the madness. So stick around for this video as well. Ask again. In 5 games, right now, it looks like we have no chance to catch them. Hmm, perhaps, perhaps. So do we say that we feel like this? Yep. Yep. I mean, we got to talk about that as well, like, because if you look at the table, Yale, like, we currently sitting on what? 47 points, Spurs 53, Villa 55. But however, Spurs has what? 2 games, 1 game left to play as well. So this was a massive result that actually I wanted Spurs to win yesterday, because you know what? For simple reason, if we look at the fixtures, like, if we're going to talk about that, let's look at Manchester United's fixtures. Let's pause for a second. We've the game against Everton was absolutely dog shit. I put my hand up to say, well, there's a lot of gaps to be filled. We don't have a style of play. There's a lot of injuries, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, right? We got to talk about the injury updates, 100%. But let's look at this table, right? Let's look at this remaining of fixtures, cool and composed. If you look at United, right? Our next game is Saturday, 30th of March. Of course, we're playing over the weekend. We're playing, the FA Cup against Liverpool, right? Liverpool. and that is at home at Old Trafford. So definitely, I believe with the players coming back, I believe that Hoyland will be back. I, this is Old Trafford. This is FA Cup. So let's park that until now and look at the remaining of the fixtures, peeps. Brentford away, Chelsea at home, Liverpool at home, Bournemouth at home, Newcastle home, Burnley at home, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Brighton, and Sheffield. We don't have that tough fixtures, to be honest, you know? And there's an international break after the FA Cup on Sunday. So we will have 2 weeks rest and a lot of players will come back. So Ten Hag's been talking about these injury players. When they come back, we'll be a full fit squad. Sure, I understand, like, it's frustration. And I go back to the feeling, like, I definitely go back to feeling like this, what, Jesus Christ. Yep, I get it. I get it. But we still have to play football, right? And if we go and look at Spurs, right? Spursy will be Spursy. I mean, big performance, but they have very tough games to go, right? After this Villa demolition, 4-0, big up to them. Unai Emery looked clueless, absolutely clueless. And this Ollie Watkins, what a fraud. I wouldn't have him near. How many cities does he miss? Anyway, if we look at Spurs, guys, let's just look at Spurs games, right? Fulham at home. Fulham is a difficult one. Luton. We all know that Luton, they love to shoot goals, right? They have the shooting boots on, right? West Ham, difficult one. West Ham has always been every London team's bogey team, right? Nottingham Forest, not an easy one as well, but that is at home. But here is the crux. Here is the difficult part for Spurs. They have 4 difficult games in a bounce, right? We're talking about Newcastle at home. We're talking about Manchester City at home. We're talking about Arsenal at home, Liverpool at home. That is 4 difficult games, right? And then, of course, it eases up a little bit with Burnley, Sheffield United, but finish off with Chelsea. So I certainly believe they're going to drop 11 points here. 11 points, 100%, right? So you can call me delusional, Mick. What are you smoking? Yep. Take back to the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. But if we really, 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 really go back and look at Villa as well. Okay, Villa, West Ham at home, Wolves, very tricky game. Manchester City at home, Brentford, we know Brentford can do a number at home. Arsenal, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Brighton, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace, people. So you tell me, guys, you tell me. It is so difficult nowadays to be a Manchester United fan. Like, it's either like you stand by one opinion, you say Eric Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out, and you absolutely get dog shited, catfished on the socials, right? It's become so toxic. But I get that because it's been doom and gloom. We haven't really played nice football. And I admit it, I put my hand up. But me, on the other hand, being the voice of reason, I always said that you have to look at the 360 picture. You got to take the injuries in consideration, the scandals, the takeover, and everything. And it is what it is. It's been a dire season for Manchester United, but the fact that we're actually sitting sixth, it's a miracle by itself. That you smash that like button, like and subscribe. How are we all doing? Let's go to the comment section. I'm keen to hear what you guys have to say. 100%, right? Um, the good news is what Joel Mamin is saying is that Wan Bissaka Maguire is back, Hojlund, and they hopefully will be back. We're going to talk about that injury as well, right? That's 100% correct. We're going to talk about Mason Mount later on, right? We still play Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton in the league. Yes, we do. But Liverpool is at home, right? And by that time, we will have a full fit squad. Right now, Neil, we are very unbalanced. I agree. I agree. What are we trying to play? We can't play from the back with the current center backs. We can't play from out of the back with this with the fullbacks. We can't really hold possession in the midfield because it's unbalanced, right? The decline of Casemiro is real. We can see it. And Kobe Maino is still young and fresh. She should shelter him. And Bruno Fernandes is doing what Bruno Fernandes does. But you can't play Marcus Rashford up front. And, we started to cook a little bit with the Hojlund scoring goals. So that balance will come back. And then you really need to have a conversation with Rashford to say 10 is your name of your shirt. 10 games is left what to play. 10 is your manager. Are you listening to what the gaffer wants? Certainly believe so, right? Ivo Bosic, what do you say? Mathematical possible? True that, Ivo. That is very true. I agree with you. And despite Spurs still needing to play against the top three, we see we seen they can go toe to toe with any of them, as they did against City, 3-3 draw at the empty head. But here's the thing, Evo. Yeah, 100%. You got to weigh it up. Like, that's what we do here, Evo. This is football. This is the Newton law. It's the law of the gravity. What comes up must come down. The ball is round and anything can happen. This is the Premier League, the best league in the world where drama happens. Anything can happen. You know, Yesterday was a massive, massive shootout game, right? And Liverpool, despite their injuries, they kept coming. They kept coming and pushing, huffing and puffing, and they got 1-1. And that leads that Arsenal's currently sitting on joint leadership, right? Who is going to win the top four race? Manchester United can definitely put spanners in the wheel because we're playing all of them. Okay, we're not playing City, but it's going to be decisive moments. Will, what you saying? don't don't know you, Mark, MUFC. Mick, he's not throwing negative shade on at the content creators on Twitter and literally I just don't understand what you're saying. And don't do you know Mark, and you see he's not throwing negative shade content creators on Twitter, literally downgrading them with his comments. It's uncalled for what they're saying about them. Mate, speaking about that, big up. You know, there was some news that regarding jealousy about Goldbridge having that interview with Hoyland, and it is what's going on in the media right now. They have nothing else to write about, so they have to attack the content creators. But as a content creators, we don't create the news; we report on the news, and we are putting our logical hats on, right? On this channel, Will and everyone else, that we always present you two sides of the story, and whatever I say, it's my opinion, and how you interpret it, it's yours alone, and that's what we respect here. 100%, 100%. Watkins missed one sitter that game, but was offside anyways. Yes, I do like Watkins, but Watkins for me, in my opinion, though, Ivo, he's not a top four player, and I believe that Aston Villa, barring that in Europe as well, will crumble. They will not be in the top four. They will not be. That's just my general feeling, but I might be wrong. But anyway, I love to be proven wrong. Big up, everyone. Big up to you, Kenny, as well. Smash that living like button. And yeah, it's Monday. Fireworks. Fireworks on this. Woo! Hoo-hoo! It is heating up, man. It is heating up. And I'm really looking forward for the season to finish, right? We have no Europa League. We have FA Cup. Can we go deep? I believe we can beat Liverpool over the weekend, 100%, 100% I believe. But that's my belief, though. Expecting a better performance, same what Liverpool did against City. Me too. But performance has been gone out the window, you know. Honest to God, it has gone out the window. And this is what I've been saying, right? We were never meant to play this transitional based attacking, counter-attacking football. If we're going to dissect the Everton game, you know, there was no plan. Why? Because you're looking at the current squad who's available, and the only thing they know is to play counter-attacking football, right? Right? So in open play, we were poor. And again, like Fulham, we invited pressure. We invited them to come and play their style of football. And Sean Dyche has actually done his calculation. And he did well in the first half to press us really high up, to dispossess Casemiro, to target Lindelof. That's what they do. Identify two weakest link in the team and just press. But that balloon went out the window. They were toothless because they couldn't finish the dinner. 100%. So, two penalties. It wasn't a great game, but it was massive 3 points for us to stay on top. Yolam, I mean, Villa got the easy road. Spurs, and until we got the same difficulty. Villa got the easy road, 100%, yeah? Spurs and United about to the same difficulties. That's your opinion. I think we looked at Villa's games, but I believe that Villa are in Europe and they are playing 2 games a week and calling it fatigue. In matter of fact, there is no such thing as fatigue. I rather play 2 games a week to stay focused than having 1 week off as a footballer just to dwell on things, right? You just keep going, keep going, keep going, right? Gary, what you saying? Yeah, that Fulham game killed us. I absolutely agree. And they basically come. They, hello, can we come in and play ball? Yeah, come in. And they killed us, 100%, 100%. But the bright spark is Ganacho. The bright spark is the youngsters. The bright spark is the future looking ahead, right? It is, 100% is. So big up to all of you. Kruner, what you saying here? Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, and now Spurs have one thing: some very fast and furious medical science or doping for what for a better world. Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse. Like if you look at Klopp, right? Klopp is experienced what we've been having the whole season, right? I would say that Spurs is looking really good right now, 100%. And Spurs deserved the win yesterday. City, we know they've been cheating, 100%. Cheaty, 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 cheaty. That's what I call them, right? They always come strong at the end of the season because they have this big squad. You look at the bench and you go like, any of those players walk into any of top four Premier League side, but nobody really talks in the media. How did you get to this point? Yeah, you play great football. Everyone is saying big up City, yay. You might win a 4P, but that's cheating. That's just cheating, in my opinion. And I don't like cheating. Neil Driscoll, what you saying here? Mick should worry about United, and we are played to worry those Villa and Tottenham playing. Yes, yes, yes. Kenny Fan TV, MUFC Realist TV. We need that Arsenal set piece coach. Nah, yeah. What we need is to see out the season, according to my opinion. If you are a fan, right? Forget about everything toxic stuff that's been printed out there, because media has already made up their mind. They made up their mind. They want sack Ten Hag for simple reason because Ten Hag banned certain journalists to be in the presses, and now this is the agenda, the revenge, right? Even over the weekend, you read, even there's a new angle to it to say that Ten Hag may choose to quit himself, and that is just basically forcing the story. Right? I don't believe that Ten Hag is going anywhere until this summer. It doesn't make any sense, right? Because why? We don't even have Omar Barada, the CEO, in places yet. We don't even have Dan Ashwood, and everyone is saying he's coming. We don't even have the head of recruitment. Nobody is up there as of yet. And Ineos has an uphill battle to face. So anyway, but guys, let me continue the story. Big up to all of you. Big up, big up, big up, big up. DJ Superfly. The way things are going, there might bright sparks won't be our future. Like a Nacho will end up at Madrid. Depends on what Ineos want. There's a lot of nods that they need to untie. Who will go in this summer? 100% Donny van de Beek will be shipped off. Sancho might be shipped off. We know that Martial is already end of the contract. We know that potentially, who else do we have here? There might be, it's a guarantee off. Maguire most likely will go as well. So what about Scott McTominay's future? Scott McTominay is not a starter, but Scott McTominay offers something from a leadership perspective, from a desire perspective to come off the bench, right? He's a bench player, an impact player, like an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer super sub. But is that what we need for best in class? If you're going to appoint all best in class around you, maybe Ten Hag is not the manager for you. That's a lot of if, muts, and babies. Maybe we get in a centre back like Braithwaite's, like Ulisse, what we've been linked to as well. But then we have to ship off Anthony Dos Santos. There's a lot of things that needs to be done in the summer. 100%. Neo Lesso, what you're saying? Big up Mick Ruby. I think Mount is in danger because of his high wages and output of the season's low wages. Yeah. Let's go dive into that story, peeps. Let's do this. And yeah, 100%. Let's go. Because I want to present you. I want to talk about this Mason Mount story. Now, first and foremost, tell me, how do you feel? Do you feel like this old chap? Big up, old chap. And I'm still laughing about this story. I'm definitely laughing. What about Mason Mount mystery, right? What about it? Well, I'm just acting on a report basically that I read, and I've been speaking to some club officials. And again, seven is the number we gave him, right? Seven is the number of games that he appeared for United. Seven seems to be a lucky number, but apparently we've been unlucky here. You know what? As we are thin in the midfield, Ten Hag was forced to have this 64 million signing that happened to be available. It wasn't a Ten Hag signing, that I can reinsure you. It was a John Murtaugh signing. It was a shirt signing. It was somebody that was considered for the future, but he happened to be available, and we paid 65 million without doing in the background check. Now, we have struggled in the midfield. We have struggled with injuries throughout the season, with poor form and Ten Hag's being under scrutiny. You know, when Ten Hag came, he played midfield partnership with Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, and Fred. If you remember, Fred, which loved to hate because you never knew what you're going to get with Fred. It was like a box of chocolate, Fred, right? But Christian Eriksen has shown signs, and I keep saying that last season as well. He's like Juan Mata with technical abilities, but with dying legs. We've seen this season that he's coping. He's not really coping with the intensity of play, right? So he needs to be moved on, and this is one of the players that definitely is going to be moved on to in the summer as well, off the wage bill, and probably end up somewhere in Turkish league or I don't know, maybe in Ajax, right? But we paid 65 million for the Chelsea player, right? It's been difficult. A lot of us is wondering what the hell's going on with Mount. You know, let's talk about Mason Mount. Let's have a conversation, guys. He was given the iconic number 7, right? Everyone was wondering why the number 7, right? We were thinking, oh wow, this is great for the Champions League and everything because he's got abundance of energy and versatility. Yeah, but still, we start playing him, right? We started thinking of high transition system that didn't really suit the midfield pairing of the Casemiros and Mason Mount and Bruno. There was two big gaps, right? Two big gaps. People were saying you can't play Casemiro and Mason Mount or Bruno and Mason Mount in the same position. You can't, right? I agree that, but soon after, apparently he suffered from hamstring injury. Hamstring injury. Okay, he played 7 games. He missed 28, over 28 games for Manchester United this season for 64 million and a hamstring injury. How long does it take to heal a bloody hamstring injury? That's a big question. It's not really a knee injury or Achilles heel or something, which is a mystery to me. That is a big mystery. What on earth is going on? Why is he not playing? Why? A hamstring injury. And why didn't we do the due diligence check? Or maybe is that we are basically literally not rushing him back in. There's something very suspicious going on. As deluded, he's missed 28 games this season and only started 7, including 4 in the league. And Kobe Maino's emerging. It's been nothing but a game changer saver for us, right? Kobe Maino saved us since he returned in the December, Christmas there. Now Ineos is now in charge, and Ineos, what we know, Bray as well, and everyone is looking at the performance manager. They're looking at contracts of players that are not performing, apparently. So what is the ruthless approach here? Right? Who is gonna survive the cut? So far is a lot of speculations. But if you watched this channel before, we did the calculation, and my opinion and my assessment was that everyone that's above that 150 per week is in danger, including Bruno Fernandes, including Rashford, including Rafael Varane, including Casemiro, including players like Maguire, but not Scott McTominay because he's on 60k a week, and that's cheap, and that's what I believe that Yeah, that's a decent wage for him to be a bench player. I believe certainly that Casemiro will be shipped off. The decline of Casemiro is evidential. This is his last swan song. He's got 2 years left on his contract, earning 350k a week. Varane, I love Rafael Varane, but he's on his final contract year of his contract. So if we are going to refresh the squad, we're going to look at centre backs. And I'm going to talk about who the centre backs targets are and who we're actually putting in a bid in later on. But Ineos is now in charge of reports stating that a new player will not be given a lot of time to prove himself unless Glazes area decides differently. But now Ineos is apparently in charge of the footballing operations, nothing else. It's a ruthless period. But however, according to Give Me Sport, they made a clear in the report the Mason Mount's imminent future is not at risk, according to Ineos, who's being very sympathetic towards the difficult start he had at Manchester United. Can you believe that? Fair enough. His assets, sympathetic. But also regarding Ten Hag's future, they say the same, being sympathetic to say, we do understand that you have not been able to play your best team because of injuries. So we are sympathetic. Maybe we'll give you a chance in the summer, but you need to finish in Europa spot. That is my opinion, and I believe that everything is on the Europa League spot for Ten Hag. Right? Why? Because club needs money. Europa League or Champions League gives you money in the summer window. I know we clear the FFP peeps, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's a result business. Will Ten Hag be the manager? Nobody really knows. But it's down to these remaining 10 games. So 10 is the name of a manager. 10 is the number of games that we have left to play. 30 points. And 10 is the number of Marcus Rashford's shirt. Marcus Rashford, you need to step up. You definitely need to step up. Anyway, this is what's going on with Mason Mount. And as per usual, I want to hear your opinions, mate. Rebe Baki, big up to you, man. Big up, Rebe. What you saying? I think that Omar Barada stated that he would sell players that earn over 150k. Yeah, but Omar Barada also said he will look at contracts. He will look at the outputs. He will say, if you haven't performed according to our expectations within 2 years, you're out of there. Sayonara, right? Luke Shaw is one in danger. Why? Well, you will definitely look at the sick leave he has comparing to how many minutes he's provided. Same as you go to work. Your boss will look at, hang on a second, Kenny, why you have 50% sick leave and 50% availability? Why am I paying you the wages? Off you go. This is going to be ruthless. It's going to be ruthless. Gary, what you saying? Ten Hag will not be here next season. And this is a general consensus feeling. And I'm personally bloody sick and tired of having this debate. It's been so toxic. Even if we won a 2-0 game, football game, the media is still at it. They already made up their mind. They made up their mind. But me personally, I decided I'm going to go on the positive bandwagon. Why? Because I'm a Manchester United fan. I don't really give a shit how we play to the end of the season. What I do give a shit about is to maximize those points, right? I don't want to sit here and watch Europa League or Conference League. I want Champions League. And tell me, let me know in the comments section, do you want to see Champions League or do you want to not play Champions League? Or do you rather just, screw it, screw Europe and just focus on the league and build from there? Because there's different options. Different options. Big up, Gary C. Big up to you, Angie, as well. Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha, my jolly man. I mean, Shaw needs selling ASAP. He's a Phil Jones 2.0. Yeah, he is. DJ Superfly, ruthlessness. This is exactly what we need. I mean, I cannot stress anymore about this team, about everything that's going on, right? I cannot stress it anymore. I can't bother, right? All I want to see is just see this season out, like, And by the way, for Muslims everywhere out in the world, Eid Mubarak. Eid has started, so big up to you. I forgot. Anyway, Ragnick was correct. Open heart surgery. We don't deserve Champions League, do we? Man, to be honest, to be honest, I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. But there's always a big but. It's not my big but. No. I have, yeah, I like big butts, but I cannot lie. You know that song. It's always a twister, Evo. You know, you want Champions League 100%. We deserve to be in Champions League. The question is, what a lot of people are saying on Twitter is to say like, oh, but what are we doing in Champions League if we don't have a squad to compete? Yeah, but that's next season. Yeah, there's going to be preseason. There's going to be recruitment windows, X, Y, Z. 100%. There's going to be. But apparently, we choose to be toxic. We choose to be this way. And at the end of the day, as a fan, you choose which road you want to go. That's my opinion. I have to get in, I have to get it so right in the window this summer. Yeah, we have to get it right, so right in the summer. We cannot afford even to flop a player. And I hear you, Gary, and I totally agree with you saying there. Right. And sorry if I slaughtering. I'm very dyslexic to be honest. I have very problematics to read, and this is my handicap. So I put my hand up. What you saying, Jolly? If we get fourth or fifth, we do deserve Champions League. Yeah, 100%. So what I want to say here is, right, let's do this, peeps. Let's go on because we need a lot of players. We do need. Let's continue to the next story. Centre back situation. We need a lot of reinforcements. Put your hand up if you would love to recruit Braithwaite from Everton. I thought this kid is very special, very tall, very explosive, very fast. And there's one centre back that I was looking at Spurs the other day is Mickey van der Ven. Oh my God, what a signing. Mickey, like me, Mickey. But this guy is a monster. These are kind of players that we need as a centre backs for the future, like Rasmus Hojlund in the front. Wow. Jesus Christ. All right, let's look at the next story. Who is the centre back? A new centre back is linked in the summer, right? Knowing that Victor Lindelof and Harry the Hoover, Maguire, Slabhead, what some people call it, is both linked to moves away. We need to find a long term partnership for Lilicha, right? We see the introduction of Kwanbala, fantastic, but it's not enough. There's an era of that old guard that we can't play a high line with, and that is Lindelof and Maguire. We cannot simply play the style of play. Tenag's reason for signing Onana was to have him as a sweeper keeper and play high up on the pitch. I keep saying that, you know, six up front or eight up front, pressing constantly, having possession of the ball. But if the ball comes back and over the top, you will have a fast centre back or fast fullbacks to cover, or even Onana as the last man standing to sweep the ball. That was the game plan. But we have to go back and talk about these injuries. I don't want to do that, but we have to look at the summer window, right? Victor Lindelof, will he be gone? I believe so, 100%. Maguire, time is up. Sign him up for England. Southgate can sign him up permanently. Yeah. Is that as possible? I don't know, guys. Is that possible? You know, don't play for Premier League club. Hey, yeah. No, it's not. It's not. It's not possible. Um, but however, there is a couple of names that's brewing on the agenda, and one is Braithwaite, and something happened with this niece, Todibo. It's kind of died out, right? But Strong Links is giving us this player that nobody knows about. Caramba. Right. We're talking about Gleison Bremer. I don't know if you heard about him, but apparently Manchester United are preparing their first big offer for Gleison Bremer. He's a Brazilian guy that plays for Juventus. I don't know if you watch a lot of Serie A. Top quality guy. Top quality centre back. Brazilian pedigree We know everything about South American. They are warriors, right? You pair up a Licha, which is Argentinian, with another warrior that is Brazilian. Now, of course, there's always tension. They don't like each other, but still, they have that still mana, their passion to play. But I'm excited about this one, right? It's gaining a lot of traction. The name that's gaining traction is Gleison Bremer. Google it. You do your YouTube compilation. That Brazilian has kept impressing 13 clean sheets in 28 games so far in Serie A. He's been consistently been remarkable. He's 26 years of age. Been named in Serie A of the defender of the season 2 years in a row almost, right? He's a Brazilian international that arrived in Turin for 44 million from Torino in 2022 in the Serie A. And we can apparently get him for 50. There is a price tag of 50 to 70 because why? Juventus are in deep financial trouble, right? Apparently now, if I read this article, I will definitely put it in the chat. Juventus are said to be looking at replacement right now, and Fijajes has now claimed that the Red Devils are preparing their first big offer for the defensive rock. He is a rock, right? So far it's paper talk, but I've been talking to Alfredo Pedula, who is who has his fingers on the pulse in the Italian market, and he said, "Make this definitely has legs." He's a central defender of Juventus that Ten Hag is put on his priority list, right? But again, I want to say again, right? There is certain targets that we have already identified even before Omar Barada comes in, even before the head of recruitments come in. Why? Because we need to do the planning. Football needs to move on. And these are the players that the scouts are looking at right now. They're showing a lot of interest at the moment, acquiring the service of Gleison Bremer, for whom they would be willing to put more than 50 million euros on the table. This is another Kim Min situation. They want to get this over the line very quickly. That's what the reports are saying. I want to hear from you. Do you know who he is? And in that case, would you rate him? Over 50 million euros. Anything is possible, what you're saying, DJ Superfly. Jaleman Min, what you're saying, you are 60% sure that Erik Ten Hag will get a new contract in the summer and there will be up for him if he stays or goes. Yes, true. That was what David Ornstein was saying. 100%. Let me see what you guys are saying. Jaleman Min, 70 million is one expensive center back. What about of CD? If he's ball playing defender, he is a ball playing defender, but he is not said to be 70 million. Right? We paid 70 million or roughly 75 million for Rasmus Hojlund, young kid, but this is an experienced one, 26-year-old, right? Prime, prime playing in the dark arts of defending in Juventus. And Juventus is being in financial troubles. They need to get rid of a lot of players, right? So 50 million is supposed to be the first bid that United is willing to table. Well, I believe that the offer, according to this article as well, is likely to be rejected. Of course, they want more money. Suggests that United wants to get their business done early, 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 early. No more this deadline day for United. They want to get the business done fast. And this is the new regime that's coming in. They might consult on the background, but we will not overpay. Now, for me, I know this is a monster of a defender, right? 100% will be a perfect partnership. He's fast. He's a ball player. He's a rock, right? I even argue that he's better than Kim Min-jae. And being Brazilian, check his Brazilian passport. Brazilians are very technical gifted, has a really good shot on him as well. So check it out. Go check, read everything about, scouting reports, or do your mathematics or do your research, to be honest. But do let me know what you think as well. Sorry, Mick, what was that Brazilian called featured in the summer? Marcus Leonardo. Yeah, Marcus Leonardo is now at Benfica. Typically, Benfica bought him for 17 million, and if he does well, they'll probably put a price tag on him for 100 mil. Yeah, no, no, definitely. Yeah, I agree. There will be something, but United will be definitely looking at a striker. But will it be a make way that Borussia Dortmund is planning to take our flop, Jason Sancho, and offer their striker? There is some weird shit going on there as well, and they might even do a dirty to say, well, we'll keep Sancho for another season alone. But I think that we want to sell him, and I think they will offer us some scandalous offer and offer players in return, like a striker or something like that. But for me, it's something's got to give. This window will be busy in terms of outs, but I don't expect us to do a lot of ins, right? That's my feeling. Let's see. Let's be real. We won't Voldemort identify any more talent. No, he won't. No, that will not happen anymore. That's the thing, Evo. You now have a proper structure in place. Right? You have a recruitment director or head of recruitment. You have a sporting director. You have a CEO, and together you will formalize a board meeting or something like a project meeting when you sit and discuss. Like here's the identified targets. Here's the price tag. Will it fit in your system? X, Y, Z. So no more vetoing. The vetoing will happen on that round table discussions. Angie, what you're saying here, big up Angie. I can't believe anything that has been said in the media anymore. I agree. All they want to do is ruin United and get their clicks. Big up. 100%. And this is what I'm tired of. This has been one torrid season, and in your mental health does play a big part, doesn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we are United supporters. We want what's best for the team. But we don't want to be like this anymore. We don't want to be depressed. And I found this picture so funny. Because if one picture can articulate 1,000 words, this is the epiphany of how we feel at the moment. But I wish we could have sunshine. I wish we can not be in this situation. But barring everything that's been going on, to be in sixth position, it's a miracle by itself. And you scratch yourself, how did this happen? We've been blinded by the light. We've been hit by so many gash stories and scandals around this club. And I'm tired of it. I'm personally tired of it. I want to hear from you. Dark Crow, calm down, Angie, baby. Calm down. Calma. Exactly, Dark Crow. We need to be a little bit calm and composed. And let's talk about the injuries updates, right? I was expecting to have Mark here in the building, but Mark didn't show up. Where are you, Mark? Anyway, big updates, though. Big updates. Right. So we know that Villa is playing this kind of fixtures of games, right? We know that Spurs is doing another thing as well. They have tough fixtures, right? Again, they're playing like Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Wow. West Ham. Okay, Spurs are the informed team at the moment, yeah. But our injuries, it's not been a joke. It hasn't. But enter lights. Rasmus Hojlund is going to be available for Liverpool. We have Wan Bissaka coming back as well. Our left back and right back situation will be balanced. Tyrell Malasia is reporting to be stepping foot on his grass. Mason Mount still a doubt. As I deluded, how long can a hamstring injury be? This is the longest healing process for a hamstring injury that I've ever seen. So the future is looking bright. Plus, again, we have an international break after Liverpool. So plenty of time, plenty of time. So it's not really doom and gloom. I like to see it on the positive side. I like to see it this way, looking at the fixtures that we have. Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool at home. Oh, zero memberships. Oh, big up Angie, gifted memberships as well. Thank you so much, Angie. Oh, oh wow. Here we go. I have AI. Thank you, Angie, so much for gifting memberships. Oh, big up Seller Devil became a member as well. Oh, automation. Okay. Okay. Oh, big up, Kev. What else? Ah, here we go. Oh, big up. Welcome to the family. What else? Nothing. Oh, big up, Angie. That's about. No. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Angie, thank you so much. Gosh. Jesus Christ. What's going on here? Big up, Angie. Thank you so much. And everyone's, give Angie a massive, massive, massive pat on the back. We love you, Angie. Thank you for gifting all those memberships.
Oh
And for the,
shit. Here we go again.
what the hell?
Angie Musk just gifted 0 memberships.
Pyramid
Oh
scheme also.
shit. Here we go again.
Gifted Man Like I
Woohoo!
membership.
Really? Does it stop?
Oh
Big up, Angie.
shit.
Thank you
Here
so
we
much,
go
Angie.
again.
Again,
Angie Musk
love you, Angie.
gifted
Thank you
Dwayne
for
Black
everything
with
that
a
you...
membership.
What? What? Man, this is going
Oh
crazy, man.
shit.
I can only
Here we
give
go
falling
again.
hearts for you. Angie,
Angie Musk gifted Sally Devil at 7 a membership.
this is going crazy. I don't know what it is.
Oh shit.
What's going on?
Here we go
Thank you
again.
so much.
Angie
Early
Musk
one
gifted
fans, big
Kevin
up to all of you.
Jigsaw
Ah,
W a
get out of here.
membership.
Oh
Bustle as
shit.
well.
Here we go again.
Are we getting stuck?
Angie Musk
Is somebody
gifted
spinning that
Sand
DJ
Brown a
effect?
membership.
I incorporate something new here, like AI technology. So yeah, Bella is talking.
Oh
Big up for
shit.
Angie. Thank you
Here we
so
go
much.
again.
Thank you,
Angie
thank you,
Musk
thank you, thank you,
gifted
thank you.
Beezy Pizzo
Calm down.
417 a membership.
So big up. Uh, yeah, thank you again. This community never stops giving. I hope you really enjoyed the stream. I was hoping to spread a little bit more positivity on this Monday. It's never easy to wake up and feel like everything is doom and gloom, like this guy. But at the end of the day, we're Manchester United supporters, and we got to look forward. Some people call it delusional, some people call it realism. I presented you with a lot of facts, a lot of alternatives, and can only look forward. We can definitely look forward. Congratulations to all the new memberships. 10 new memberships. My God. Thank you. And smash that like button, 100%. If you know what a like button is, like, I don't know what you have to do to get your approvals or like buttons, but it's very weird how YouTube is functioning. It's like either if you don't get more than 100 likes, they will not promote your video, XYZ. It's weird, guys, but anyway, we care about providing a balanced approach. We care about the community. We care about Manchester United to do well. But the like button looks like this. It is a thumbs up. It is a thumbs up. And this is all down to you over there, right? Big up to Angie over there, and big up to all of you in the VR room. You can all see each other. And we will be back later on today as well. We will be back with Jarvis Corner. It's Monday, you know. Um, 35 watching, is it? No, it's actually 76 watching in total. So do smash the like button. It's lunch break as well. So anyway, 24 likes, 27 likes. Let me know in the comment section when you are watching this in aftermath. Who do you think will be surviving? What about Mason Mount? Apparently, he's going to be looked at to say, well, we'll give you a second chance. We understand your situation, but I'm just wondering, a hamstring injury out for what, 28, more than 28 games? It's unprecedented, right? Number 7 shirt, played 7 games under United, but 7 seems to be the lucky number. Will we be lucky for the remaining of 10 games? And 10 is the name of the manager. 10 is the name of Marcus Rashford's shirts. So you add that up together, 10, 10, 10, 30, 30 points to play in the Premier League. Do you reckon we will beat Liverpool over the weekend? I certainly believe we have a chance. It's a calf strain injury, what you're saying. Explains why he hasn't been out for some times. He's expected to start training again in a couple of weeks. He will be back most likely when we face Liverpool. But will he play? Or will he just be say, heal yourself, son, and we should see you. And we should see you in the preseason. Thank you, beautiful people, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting this channel. Big up to you. Truth Seekers is here as well. Ten Hag should be sacked on the Mount signings alone. Well, it wasn't really his choice, was it? And there's been numerous reports if you go just and Google it. But do check out the Brazilian the Brazilian center back that I presented today. It's Gleison Bremer. 100%. We did a scouting report. We've done numerous scouting reports. I'm looking forward to do more of these videos as well. So I'm looking forward to do this video when I do have time. Anyway, it's been fantastic to sit here. It's been 50 minutes talking to you just to sort of dust off the weekend. We won the game of football. We go again. And the Premier League is looking dandy in the top flight, right? Will Manchester United take the opportunity? The faith is in our hands. It's game by game, but it has to be mentality up here and the availability. And then will Spurs slip? Will Villa slip? Spurs will be Spursy. We presented you with their run of fixtures. We did, like this. We presented you with Villa's fixtures, like this. Now, what do you think? See you to the next one. It's been Mick Ruby here from MUFC Realist TV. Thank you, Angie, for all the memberships giving. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We shall see you to the next one. Ciao. By the way, glory, glory, Manchester United. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.